This is the first time I've ever used AI for anything or tried to use it for anything. I think it's the first time I've ever typed anything into AI. And I tried Claude and I told it that I want to extract a bitmap font from a PNG file. I want the bitmap to be specified as a list of 8-bit bytes in a JavaScript array of arrays. And it wrote all this JavaScript for me. But what it says it's done is that. But these instructions are a bit dodgy. Okay, so I have to add it to an HTML file. It doesn't tell me how to do that. I guess I have to put it in a script element. And it gives me an option to download a JavaScript file, and it just stuffs it there. So I could copy it, it looks kind of sensible. Oh, looks like my browser's hung up now. Oh. An event listener, content loaded. Creates a div. So I've got the code in it. What if I just say I guess I should say doesn't look like Emacs has got awfully confused with its stuff here. This backtick. Emacs doesn't know about this. Neither do I, actually. I guess Emacs just doesn't know enough JavaScript. Is backtick just an alternate form of, or did it do some kind of meta quotation? It seems to have some kind of quasi-quote mechanism. Well, I don't know. Should I ask Claude how to... Wow. How do I do this? God, I hate this. I hate this GUI thing. It's awful. That, I think I should rename it to something like... I'll call it 1. And there's a Japanese version, I'll call that. Browse. Not very helpful, is it? Well, my thoughts are that it's just copied that from somewhere. It's that somebody probably recognizes that piece of code, and that's the state of the art that Claude has been trained with. If I could ever get it to work, but I mean, those things are, those parameters are something you could extract from you could write a GUI interface that allowed you to open the graphic and pick the parameters by showing it the lines, the horizontal lines that divide the. Oh, hang on. You'd kind of show it by dragging rulers down to here and here and here, and after dragging 3, it ought to be able to infer the rest to build a grid, and then you could drag rulers from here 1, 2, 3, and it ought to go and suggest a grid, and then you ought to be able to zoom in and subdivide put grid lines there and across, and then it ought to go and figure that out for each character. And then you ought to be able to somehow tell it that the bits, these are address bits basically. I suppose I could figure out how to do that, but actually all I wanted was I wanted Claude just to look at that particular file and just say, I was expecting it to just say, oh, here's an array of arrays, a JavaScript array of arrays, and here are the numbers, and if you want the character X comma Y, then look at the, I think these are 10, these are 8 by 8. It reckoned these were 8 by 8, so they're actually 5 by 8, I think. Can't see. They've got descenders, have they? No, they haven't got descenders. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're 5 by 8. They seem to have the top. 5 by 10. 5 by 9. Yeah, well, Claude, I think it's just copying people's stuff. But maybe I'm asking it things that are too simple. But this is the kind of tedious stuff that you really don't want to have to do by hand. So I thought I could try Claude on debugging its own code. So we say inspect. This is my that was my bad. So let's see if maybe we should give it a body. Save it, reload, browse, 1. So we've got an error here. So if we copy that, mind you, Claude is not going to know what HTML I've these HTML debug tools are pretty impressive. Scary amount of work gone into them. So what do? Copy message. So Claude asked me a question. Is there anything specific about the font in your image that I should know to help tailor this solution better? Should I answer that before? So this font is actually this is from the data sheet. 5 by 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Five by 8 dots. Maybe I should go and tell Claude that What's it going to do? How's it going to pack the bytes? Oh, crikey. I have serious doubts that this is going to work. I don't feel like I'm communicating here. Modified the positioning to represent 5 to properly. Well, what is properly? Are you padding it left or right? So it is doing it 1 byte per row. Okay, let's try this one. So let's take all this. How does this work? Do you say source is? No. Ah. Source attribute. $700 vendors. $700 people want to. See, it's ambiguous. There was this European legislation, and they deliberately make these. You have to press this, I reckon, but accept what? Accept all, even though that's off. But save preferences, I think that's the one you want. So look, I did it. I think I got it right, but Emacs, it's only Emacs that doesn't recognize this. Emacs is a bit out of date, I think, with respect to this stuff. So let us try again. We don't get any errors this time. Oh look, it's shown a preview. So that bug went away. But it would be nice if this was somehow interactive and because I don't even get a pixel reading on here. I'd kind of like to know what is the XY offset of the mouse here so that I can at least start guessing what to put in here. 5 and 8, these aren't 5 and 8 pixels. That's not what I meant. Oh, Claude, you don't get anything really, do you? You're just copying other people's stuff. And you're pretending you're talking like the talk. You've written a report for me here so that I'm your line manager, aren't I? I wouldn't have hired you, man. I wouldn't have hired you. You're fired. Fucking A. So this is another part of the project. I got a copy of, it's nicely done paperback. I can't see. harpervoyagerbooks.co.uk. It actually only cost me £4 from World of Books, and I'm enjoying it. I've read the first story, and I just started the second, and I need to look up some stuff because they go to Mercury, and there are all these exotic elements in the atmosphere, and their problem is generating solar power, and there's a big thing about selenium, and I seem to remember photoelectric photoelectric selenium. Question mark. Selenium photocells. Photoelectric properties of selenium. (1927). So yeah, Asimov looked up stuff, but in his day that wasn't easy to find out. I suppose you just go to a library. He lived in New York, did he? And while I was making that last video about Claude and the LCD display, this stuff arrived through the door, and I'm going to do an opening. This time I'm not going to show my home address. Remember. Oh dear, I pressed the stop button by accident while I was trying to unwrap it. This should be a real Mexican 6502. A Rockwell had a plant in Mexico making 6502s. And I'm hoping this is one of the products. I can't get the tape off the box. Goodness me. I showed my address. There was an eBay from somebody. So let's see what we got. Came from someone with a cool can't see through that, can we? It's hard doing it with one hand. What does that say? Yes. Mexican Rockwell 6502. Does look pretty new. Look at that. That hasn't that hasn't seen action. Brand spanking new. And it cost about £6 or £7. Highly recommended eBay supplier, or Etsy. And the other thing that I ordered, which again I have to oh, and it's glued down as well. God. Well, it's just two Raspberry Pi Pico 2s. I don't need to show you them. I can't. So there, I got one here. Here it is. But that one doesn't have a headers. Why won't it focus? So I got two of those, and I've got a brand new. I'm hoping it'll be smart enough. It'll be well made enough. So I've got room for that. And then these two are going to have to go on other boards, I think. I think it's going to go something like that. Maybe one on here for the memory. And then some I/O bridge and another this has got an old circuit on it, but another one here to go across. And Claude is going to write me a little gadget in HTML which emulates an LCD with I wonder if I upload the rest of the Hitachi. I wonder if I take this and upload it to Claude and ask Claude to write me a Pi calculus process that will implement that system so that it works like this according to all these instructions. Right, that's the pinout of the instructions further up. The instructions are in here somewhere. That's this bit. Here's the instructions. I don't think Claude will be able to do that, because I don't think anyone's done that kind of thing before. But I suppose I should try it. I mean, if Claude's intelligent, Claude will be able to figure this out.